Okay, team, just want to connect with you again. This is the third message that we're filming to allow you to see me directly and get a feel or get a sense for how we're approaching things. And I really appreciate all the emails I've been getting back from the workforce from around the world, quite frankly, in response to the emails I'm sending and the videos we're providing you. And I would add, your comments and recommendations have been helpful to help me think through things as I go through my decision making that we talked about the other day. So what I'd like to talk about a couple things today. First, I'm reminded what our chief tells us all the time, and the chief is General McConville, of course, Chief of Staff of the Army, and he reminds us that winning matters, right? And I think we need to take this to heart. Right now more than ever. We are facing an enemy here. The enemy is a virus. It is invisible to us, but it can be defeated, and winning matters. And we can take it on. And I feel good about what we're doing in AMC to be a part of this victory, right? First and foremost, we're taking care of ourselves. Right? We're taking care of the 190,000 soldiers, civilians, and contractors and our family members, and you ought to be proud of that. Second, we're maintaining our momentum and execution of our mission. Nothing has failed. In fact, I can see on many commands how we're raising the level of support as the situation becomes serious every day. And I just want to applaud you for that. The third thing is that this will end, right? We will defeat this, and our efforts will make sure that that happens. So I want to say thanks to all of you for that in this continued effort. This week, in reflection of my last message to you, I took my own advice. And I picked up the phone and I called several people, whether they were inside the command, outside of the command in the community, as well as people who I grew up with in high school. One person in particular, a very good friend of mine, I called. We had worked together in high school and college. We worked on his father's garbage truck. Yes, you heard me correctly. There was a time when I was on the back of a garbage truck working some pretty long hours in a pretty dirty job, quite frankly. But job I reflect on often that I was proud of. And in my conversation with him, I reflected on all the people who are out fighting this fight right now. It is not just the military. You know, first and foremost at the front lines is our medical teams, right? Collectively from doctors, nurses, technicians, scientists, even the great supporters who help clean the hospitals, right, are out in the front lines. And then there's our policemen and our firemen, our other service supporters, right, to include electric companies and water companies and garbage companies out doing their jobs every day. Then there's the people who are running our supermarkets, who are helping us maintain subsistence, who are running our gas stations, and who are helping us survive every day with the basics that we need to keep society where it's at. So what I'd like to just ask everybody to do is take a moment to think about all the great work that they're doing. Reach out to them to say thanks. Think about everybody that's contributing to this fight, because it will take all of us to be victorious, right? And when we come together, we can do anything as a country. So best wishes to my friend and to all your friends and everybody that you know that's doing the yeoman's work around all of our installations to make sure we have what we need when we need it and to keep us safe. The last thing I want to touch on, repetitive, but I think worth talking about, right? Social distancing is our strategy to defeat this enemy, right? It is our personal and professional discipline in execution that's going to defeat this enemy. Our objective is to make sure that the enemy does not enter, right, our body as a host, and then more importantly, does not spread to another person. If we are disciplined, we execute this both at our professional workplaces and in our homes, the enemy will eventually dissipate. They gain strength every time they enter into a body. Every time they transition to another body is how they multiply. That is their objective, to come in and disrupt our personal well-being. We can stop this. We can make sure it does not spread. It's us. It's upon us to make sure that that happens. If each of us does what we're supposed to do, the virus will dissipate and more lives will be saved, right? Take this challenge on. Look at what we're doing inside and outside of our homes. Think about how you can improve and keep this virus away from each other. It takes a community to do this, and we must all hold ourselves accountable. Work hard at what we're doing, both professionally and personally, and we will be victorious. I believe this with all my heart, and I have 100% confidence in what we're doing and how we're doing it. So God bless all of you. Keep up the great work, and I'll see you next week.